All right, I guess we clocked in. Hey, what's going on, party people? Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. I go by L'Esprit. So let's just talk about this real quick because I wanted to emphasize, or not just that, but I wanted to talk about why it's important for you to follow your, let's just say, your passion, or or for you to work on your gifts. And I guess just another way of saying that. But most importantly, it's like it's so important for your transformation. Then you have to understand that everything you do somehow defines you. So when we talk about, the benefit about hard work, it's not the result, but it's the person that you become. So it's almost like just like an artist, like Michael Jordan, right? Although you may not say an artist, but as a basketball player, like he learned so much and have gained so much wisdom through the game of basketball. Through discipline. He knows he had to practice. He knows the self-confident. Like there's so much this guy could tell you about the game and some of the things that he learned. Just like, and then later on you see Kobe talking about the same things. Go harder. All of these things were things that they did in practice, but that defines them. Because what you do is doing you. Ultimately, everything that we're doing, the reason why you have to follow your gifts, because it's going to bring you to you. And objectively, as you can see here, it's like the goal, man, is for you to be conscious. There's nothing greater than that, bro. There's no accomplishment because, even with the accomplishment, that's why you see, like, when you have a career, you grow within that career, man. Anything, when you follow your gift, anything that you do, you invest in, it shapes you. So with that being your, let's just say, what you're passionate about, that's you giving yourself a chance, man. This is truly you empowering yourself, and doing what you're supposed to do, which is, part of this transformation, as you becoming, you awakening. As you live in this life, it's like, man, that's the whole transformation. That's the purpose, to be. Do you see what I'm saying? That's when you become a human being at this point. Not necessarily imitating shit, but like you acting from you, man. From your God, from your divine God-given rights. True freedom of speech. But it starts with freedom of thought. And like I said too, man, mind control is a real shit. It's a real shit. You can easily see someone that could be looking at the same thing as you, but they were trained to look at this reality in a certain way. I'll give you a perfect example. When you look at Mark, Matthew, John, these guys has their name in those books, clearly letting you know this gospel is from Mark, that gospel is from John, Luke, whatever the fuck. How is that not human made? Man made, bro. They didn't call like the book like the Jesus book. Nah, that's their name on it. This shit is man made, bro. Now, what you need to understand, because it's man made doesn't mean it's not valuable. Because it's man made doesn't mean they were not inspired by the divine spirit that we are all part of. And I'm saying it like that on purpose for a reason, for you to understand you are part of this. And that's also the idea of them having their names too. Because they were a witness, but they also experience it. Being a witness, that's exactly what you do. That's why we are all Jehovah Witnesses. We are witnessing God, the divine, in our lives while we're living a physical life. That's why we often talk about God. We are reflecting ourselves, man. But anyway, going back to, again, this is all related to you following who you are, because it's gonna help you to build some foundations. You're really gonna grow a level of maturity. Like, in fact, I mean, those are some of us, the us who have really grown and overcame certain things, man. That's what going through the experiences. As a child, I spoke as a child. Now, as a man, I no longer speak as a child, man. But that requires for me to understand the difference between me speaking as a child and now me speaking as a man. That's the transformation. That's, the baby who became the toddler, like the infant, toddler, however the fuck, and then so on and so forth. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, and this is why, man, like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, well, depending on how you're looking at it. But it's like, I mean, how can you not grow, man? I mean, that's going against divine order. That's going against the whole nature and the universe in itself. And that's what you would call, most people are calling karmics, or, all of that shit. But anyway, I'm going to leave it here, man. Once again, I wanted to emphasize, everything that you do defines you. This is why, it would be best for you to work for the integrity of working. That's what mastering the men within is. Those joy, satisfaction, it comes from the men within. And also for you to transform too, it cannot be no fucking instant gratification. I think I'm gonna have to do a separate fucking video for that. It can't be that. Because part of the growth comes with patience, comes with, you being frustrated. It's all part of the mix. I mean, it's all in the mix. And then you having to figure it out and learn from these things. And that's how you find your beauty. That's how you shine. That's how you become the bright ones. And the more you got to know yourself, the more you get to know yourself, and you get to radiate that by materializing this shit. That's why I have always been good looking, man, because my essence was always of that. And no matter where I go, people knew. You know what I'm saying? Like the divine was here, man. I always make statements. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I always a nigga. I mean, I'm pretty loud out here. Listen, man, I'm all that. I mean, as they used to say back in the back, and plus a bag of chips or whatever else. But the bottom line is, there's a lot more where this comes from. But also by us knowing who we are too and seeing the beauty in us, man. Like, oh my God, man. So you really get to be part of this creation, this being. You like living in a life within a life. Then you can connect not just physically, but also on an energetic level with fucking nature. And that's what people are calling the supernatural, but there's nothing supernatural about it. All that shit is fucking natural, my nigga. Enjoying all of that natural shit. And then, because the whole supernatural shit, that's almost like you creating this distance between yourself. I mean, for some reason, man, and that's part of the fucking conditioning too that you guys were I mean, that's how we were conditioned to think of us. And this is why you can't praise or acknowledge the divine in you. You're looking at you wrong. Have a little more decency for yourself, a little more love. And that's what the whole love is all about. It's not being selfish, but it's like appreciating and knowing who you are. But that requires by you following your path or your gifts or your passion. It's going to lead you to all of that. It's going to take you to places you've never been before. And that's part of the actual transformation. You know, now you've truly become what I call a craftsman. And when you understand that, do you know what craft is? It's power. Now you're crafting yourself. That's why you got to follow your passion. You are the sculptor. I mean, I prefer that term. When you're sculpting yourself this way, man. That's what you're doing. You are the architect. Man, I'm not even pausing on this one. I'm giving it all the way in. We're going all the way up in this one. I didn't do no fucking entry. Nah, we're going all the way in, nigga. That's why the thing that you eat, if you understand that, you are not what you eat, man. You know, I think it's more like it's what you eat that gives you power, bro. That's why I always tell people, man, and that's going to be another separate video too, man. You know, the difference between eating from the tree of life. What kind of food are you putting in your mouth, man? I mean, you guys are eating poison, like poisoning food out there, man. You know, and you don't have, those foundational things that would allow you to think for yourself. This is where the self comes in. But not just that, when we talk about becoming conscious, that's what this shit's all about. That's why true education, nigga, listen, life, do somebody got to tell you what true education is? Let's be honest. Because we are all being educated throughout this whole life. Are you not? This shit don't stop, nigga. And you definitely not going to get it in the fucking establishment. Neither, nigga. And nor will you get it from me, too. But the good thing about me, though, I'll give you the blueprint for you to see it for yourself. That much, like, that's why I'm setting your mind free, man. That's the kind of sight I'm giving you here. Man, these are all deep shit, man. But also that comes to show you how deep the world that we're living in is. A lot of you taking this world very lightly, man. Whereas nuclear and all this shit, those are nature shit, man. When people are using these things with science and electricity around you, nigga, listen, man, this is not what you think it is. Don't take this lightly, man. I want you to look good out here. Understand this is a battlefield, man. This is where you get to show who you are. And this is why, you have to be born again. This is why you have to go through, you have to carry your own cross. This is why you must die for you to resurrect. And that resurrection is implying a higher side of you. And this is why, too, man, any one of us who have grown, we had to go through something called a spiritual identity crisis. I know I've been through it many of times and still going through it, to be honest. I mean, because to me, it's almost like I'm finding out so much in me that it doesn't stop. Do you see what I'm saying? But it's almost like just when I thought it was this, and then it's a lot more than that. I'm technically, in a way, giving up on myself, not in a bad way, but knowing that I'm just a bad motherfucker, bro. I don't even question that anymore. Listen, I don't even question myself. And that's the type of self-love that I got. I mean, I'm not saying, listen, man, the vision is 2020, man. We ain't confusing no fucking arrogance, none of that shit, bro. The sight is correct. I know what I see, nigga. Because I am what that is. Even the path that you're going through, you became part of that. The path is you, and you are the path. Yo, we are so complex, bro. So much to grasp. about us, man, you should be amazed. I mean, that's why Jesus was right when he described this shit as a treasure. Because that's exactly what this shit is, man. That's your beauty, that's your treasure, that's your crown, that's your kingdom, that's nigga. You become the true Illuminati, man. I can only show you the path, baby. So again, even by us talking about these things, I'm trying to get you to develop the sight to look at you from beyond the veil. To stop looking at yourself only from a physical perspective. It doesn't make sense. And that's the point I've been trying to make with you motherfuckers. How can it be so? You know, that's why you never know who somebody is. Because it's not about what they look like. Well, how do you get to know who the fuck they look like? And then you learn, hey, when they show you who they are, trust them. And then by them saying who they are, what does that mean? It's not what they look like. It's what they do, their actions, their ways of thinking. So again, I'm showing you, even in our language, we're saying a whole lot without, I mean, a lot of you guys, you know what I'm saying? This is where you speak with no power. I mean, a lot of you are just repeating shit or being on autopilot. You're just talking. But that's another sign to show you that this shit is in you. We all know to some capacity, like I said, man. Like, regardless of how stupid you want to play this shit. You know there's more to you, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Like, you somehow know that shit. And this is being the dumbest niggas ever. Like, and if you can't see that, now, to be honest, like, well, no, okay. You know, there's no way. Now, you may not emphasize on it. This is when, you know what I'm saying, knowing your treasure, it comes into place. And by you knowing more about who you are, but it's not that you niggas know it. Why do you think, regardless of what fucking country or culture, people are talking about God? What we're truly talking about is the reflection of the divine in us. Somehow, either we're praying God, somehow, you know what I'm saying? It's all of that. We're always seeking for something higher than us. That's why they tell you man needs God and God needs men. I'm the one to let you know that God needs you, motherfucker. Don't be too desperate to know that, nah, nigga. In other words, I'm trying to get you to have a balanced sight. To understand there's a divine communion and union between you. That's what the visible and the invisible is. So much so, this is why to get to know somebody is to know their divinity in so many words. It's to know what they're not telling you about themselves. In other words, it's for you to look at that person past what they fucking look like. So again, this is all spiritual. Now, you may not see it that way because you're not conditioned to look at it from the correct perspective. Well, guess what, motherfucker? Lucky for you, this is the sight that I'm giving you. It's how you're looking at it, man. It's right in front of you. That's why I'm telling y'all niggas, mind control is a real thing. How do you look at some shit that is yellow, you see yellow, and then they tell you this is green, and you go like, this is green. That's what you do. You don't even look like, oh, wait, is that, okay, wait, is it white? Okay, is it because we far away? Let me examine the color a little more. Let me, like, you have no fucking clue. You automatically, it's green. Your mind control is a real thing, man. Get your freedom of thought, bro. But you would have to come within. And this is why, even in the Bible too, show you that. And this is why, and I'm going to say the same thing, because that is exactly what it is. Even when Jesus was asked about, you know, the fucking Roman Empire and shit, Nigga said, hey, man, let these niggas be, bro. My kingdom, my work, and what they're saying had nothing to do with me, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why for me as a spiritual healer, this is of higher calling. This is the type of shit that I do too, is for the higher callers, man. For the jack ballers. You know what I'm saying? Those are the niggas that I speak for, man. I can't be for everybody. That's no. That's a no. You know what I'm saying? I'm to the pure, all is pure. This is the top of the top, man. Crème de la crème. This is beauty in itself. Listen, man. Listen, nigga. This is beauty at its best. And still getting better. You tell me what side I look better on. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, you see, that's why when I tell people, when I'm talking about spirituality simply means, bro, a deeper understanding of this reality. Meaning it's not saying this is fake. No. It's not what it appears to be. This is why you need to understand the spiritual laws. It's like you're moving in the darkness. You see, that's why for me, this analogy, I always love it, because that's how I look at myself as the blind man reading the scriptures. But I'm also moving in that frequency too. You know, call it Anubis, or that's the divinity, or the hermit. It goes by so many different terminology. But once you get the point, that's why once you understood it, it doesn't have to be explained. And this is why understanding it's the name of the game, my nigga. In other words, for you to be conscious. Not knowledge driven. I mean, think about knowledge like this. This is what knowledge is. It's you buying a product and then you could store it. That's why you see there's a lot of motherfuckers, you know, like the so-called intellectual, you know, verbatim, literally, you know, per se, or by verbiage. You know, those were the motherfuckers, like those intellectual masturbation motherfuckers, you know, because, you know, I kind of went that path, you know, when we're talking about a book, who's the author, how did he think, what was his thinking like, okay, oh my God, now let's talk about these other ones. Like, this is where you get all this you know what I'm saying? And then how do you apply that shit? This is where, for me, spirituality embodies all of it. But, you know, as your boy being as good looking as he is, of course, I mean, listen, if they say philosophy is the love of wisdom, well, I was always in love with wisdom, dog. So by default, I was already a philosopher. So I want you to understand this. Because, listen, what you see here, man, it comes with a lot in. Not a lot in. It comes with a lot in. Okay? I told you motherfuckers, man, I'm a fucking genius. But anyway, let me stop. You know, man, I'm on some shit, man. I'm so way ahead of my time. And that's how you space out too, man. Oh, man, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, man. Explore your divinity. You know, just like, you know, busting a nut. And then there's another type of ecstasy too. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to help you to catch all the nuts that you can catch from different sources. You know, a lot of you are just one-sided. You're just busting the just nut. Just that. But you don't know the ecstasy of life. Balance shit out, man. We ain't talking bad about, yo, get some, yo, nigga. Nigga, let me tell you something, man. What was my man name? Boom, 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 boom. That nigga. Well, you get a pussy, make sure you do that, man. Bam, 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 bam. What was that nigga? Oh, what the fuck, man? I mean, if you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. That bam, bam. That nigga was in Friday nigga. That's that nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm wildin'. Yo, he must be coming through too, because I knew he passed away. You already know, King. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, sir. He appreciates me. Come, yeah, of course, man. I mean, shit. I mean, what you want me to say? I mean, righteously. Look at what I'm doing here. Look at the things that I'm talking about here, man. You see, like, listen. Listen. You should be proud of me. Hey, motherfucker, you should be proud of me, man. How do you go against something like this? Huh? How do you go against God? Against beauty? You gotta be ugly. Because the ugly people would only do that. And yet, like I tell these niggas too, man, that's why I shut the light off on them. So they can see how bright I'm still shining in the darkness. They have no idea about, like, the shit. They try to catch a check that they don't have. You don't have the cash for it. How do you sacrifice something that's bigger than you? You make that shit make sense. And what you're going through, let me break it down for you. This is something you thought you had. So much so, you tasted it. That's like a bitch that you about to have some sex with. She lets you taste the pussy. And not by you fucking her, but by you giving her head. So now you think she's pleasing you, nigga? But anyway. Now going back to the conversation at hand, because I got to make this point clear so they know. You lost before you started. That's why as a baby you couldn't control me. So what? The only thing you did, you keep poking at the bear. And now I'm up. And I'm eating everything I see. There's no going back from here. Like when you lost over here, you really lost, man. You're not going to be lost and found over here. But you'll be kept in lost and found, but always lost. That's the type of environment you in. There's no way out of this. Like, it's like, hey, you're a little too late. I mean, a lot too late. I mean, it's looking bad for you. And I'm whooping your ass publicly. I'm broadcasting how I'm shitting on you. It's like, this is a classic. You're only getting this in real time. That's how connected I am. Man. You got the right one. Oh yeah, you already know how we say that shit, man. Every bottle, or just like we say, every cheese has its own bread, man. Or every bread has its own cheese. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're a cheese person, you should know what I'm talking about. Depending on how the bread is made, you know what I'm saying? The quality of the bread will either enhance the taste of the cheese, you know, when you mix it up with certain things. Yeah, that part. You know, like, this is a public ass whooping. That's why this is for the ages. Like if somebody you can never fuck with was a person, in fact, I am that person. Not even if it was a person. You're looking at what that person is. You can never, ever in your whole life fuck with me. Not as a baby. Because obviously, if you did, this would not have been the result. You've been losing, getting signed that you were losing, but that's what losers do. You don't know how to cut your losses because you're a loser. That's what losers do. Do you understand? You see, winners, it's not that they don't lose. Oh, come on. If anything, I'm going to make you feel like you're winning. Because I understand losing is winning and winning is losing. I mean, if you're a true player, if you're playing the game, you already know what this is. Isn't that the reason why they tell you when you're weak to appear strong and when you want strong appear weak? I mean, if you're going to play the game, you got to play the game, baby. I'm just saying. And I am the game. You see, you wanted to play a game that I created. This is my game. I mean, which one? I mean, how do you want me to break it down to you? Okay? So let's just say it's not magic. You can't handle that. You're not, obviously. I mean, I'm pretty sure you are experiencing a couple things. I know you want to be quiet about it, because you don't want me to know. I don't know. That's it. You're right. I don't know. This is no coming back, man. There's no, man. There's no coming back from this. This is the path. This is where now it's either it made you or it breaks me. Or it makes me. Shit, I don't even know what to say about you. But you know what? To be respectful, and not just because of that, but because I know I eat from the tree of life. So I understand for me to look this good, you had to look that bad. So that's why I can't be mad at you, to be honest. But you're gonna have to go through what you need to go through, and I'm gonna have to go through what I need to go through. Like that's all we're saying here. This ain't no hate. This nothing. You know what I'm saying? I planted my seeds. I'm gonna get mine. And you planted yours. Hey, too bad. You know what I'm saying? Too bad. It's so sad. Too bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, if I were you, I wouldn't have anything to say for myself if I was you. It's like not even your death or your life is worth paperwork. Like, damn, man. Like, no values, man. There's no divinity. It's envy and jealousy. Damn. That's it? Like, you never truly been happy, huh? I bet the whole world is against you. Wow. But I do have compassion, though. But right back at me, though? That couldn't be me. I look too good for that shit. And if it looks a certain way, I'm going to change it. Because come on, man. I got something to do with this. To the pure, all is pure. Do you realize it's always the pretty bitches that always look pretty? because they already know they look good. That's why they always have to. Because I remember, because you know, yeah. Shout out to Jersey, man. You know what I'm saying? When we went to high school in Jersey, man. You know what I'm saying? There was this little thing. I remember. You know what I'm saying? She was looking good. You know what I'm saying? Always have her lip gloss and her little thing, because she already knew she was the shit. You know, when Oshun is looking at her in the mirror, that's what beauty's telling you. To the pure is pure. Man, I'm giving you guys games, man. So you tell me what you're gonna do, man. Like, if you don't see how beautiful you are, oh my God. I mean, I understand. I hear you. Hey, you know, because you don't have it in you. Nor have you cultivated that in you neither. It's like, you guys are true fucking losers, man. Like, wow. How do you have a kid? You've been in competition with a kid that doesn't know what he or she has. Well, in my case, what he has. You hate me because what I have that I don't know about. All right, cool. So at least you know I wasn't flossing on you. So at least you also know too, when I used to look at you as being a nobody. I mean, so far I've been right all along. How do you think I got here? Come on, man. I'm gonna let that marinate for you, man. Because you guys are hard-headed, Creighton. You'll never learn. Fucking hard-headeds, man. Smack you up your ass. Yeah, smack you up your ass. Because what you have over here is an ass, not a head. There's no thinking in it. There's no life. There's nothing. And I wish, and it's not even something I'm saying to put you down. I'm just trying to get you to see your what you look like. Not good at all. Because first of all, like, that's why beauty, there's quality in beauty. You have no self-respect. Oh man. No. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you shouldn't be among other people. This is why you truly belong in jail. You gotta go to jail. Like, you guys are a true fucking, what is called, a menace to society. To a community of people who's discovering who they are, who's been in life, and then this is what you're doing. And out of all of that shit, then who you choose to go after? It's me. Out of everybody else. So you must have really, you rejected the Cornerstone. That's what they did. See, that's when you thought you was able to hide me in front of everybody else. Like, and then I was hidden from you. But yet I gave you guys so many hints. I told you I was rich. You know it. I told you everything you needed to know. My soul already knew it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to show you. I mean, in reality, you thought you set me up. Nah, I was the one who set the whole thing up. That's why I tell you motherfuckers, I play dumb, but I never been a fool. I am as wise as a serpent, and as a wolf, as cunning as a fox, as bold as a lion, and having the state of mind of a heart. I mean, of a fucking dog, man. Having the heart of a lion. We rolling out here. They didn't know. They didn't know. They didn't know. Of course you didn't know, man. But you thought you were smarter than everybody else by lying to them. That's what you're doing. That's why you go to the court. You think you're smarter. You see better than them. You're trying to change their vision. And that's what you're doing with your magic too. Why do you think you gossiping about me? And then the minute anybody you gossip to, they just got to come see me. I don't even have to say shit. And they're like, oh shit, excuse me? You said what? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Even the fake power of attorney couldn't believe that shit. Why do you think, listen, you had the taste of it all just for you to watch how everything is going back. Listen, man, I'm King Arthur with this shit. Do you know? Oh, you don't know. Hey, at some point, I didn't know neither. But you seem to really enjoy me not knowing, huh? All I was saying. Isn't that ironic? They enjoy seeing you not seeing certain things. But, you know, and then the whole play was on them. So again, going back to you, bro. You know, by you following you, it's like you building your foundation. You becoming solid. Your inner strength. You building your inner strength. When you become a man of truth, listen, man, it was never easy from the beginning. But just like anything else, man, we learn how to put on some muscles. And that's what we're doing through life. We're putting on muscles, man. And so far, I guess, shit, nigga. You know, so far, I'm going to have to say I'm doing so good, man. So far, so good, my niggas. But then again, man, the beauty and, man, the experience, the understanding of becoming conscious, man. Ultimately, there's nothing else, bro. There's nothing else. You know, a lot of us, man, we're going for those instant gratification shit. Do you know what? This is why people are able to sell you those motherfucking dreams. That's why the law of manifestation, self-development, you know, at one point, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to understand, like, the game got better over the years. From self-development, you know, what truly people were trying to do, man, is to earn more money. They were worshiping idols. Of course, they'll never get into the kingdom of God, man. Never. Meaning the true transformation will never take place. So therefore, your growth and attaining that highest level of clarity will be forbidden for you, man. That's why you never worship idols, bro. But you have to understand what that is. It's yourself or self-worth. Not self-esteem, man. You know how much everything costs. Accept your fucking self-esteem, man. You know what I'm saying? But you have no values. My bad. Let me rehash that. Let me take it back. You know the cost of a Louis V? Cost of everything. How do you know how expensive a lot of these shits are? But yet, you have no values. You make that shit make sense to me, man. That's why you niggas are fake rich anyway. You see how it all comes together? That's why you fake rich. You claim to be of the kingdom of God, but you really, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man. You on survival mode, man. You gotta be in tune. The true kingdom, man. That's why they tell you find the kingdom of God first. And everything else will be given to you. It means something, man. Artists, basketball players, football players, they all gain their, or a lot of us, we gain our knowledge through our experiences. When you follow your passion, it allows you to delve into those type of experiences that's later on down the line, that's going to develop you as a person. And on that same note, you know, I did talk about this, but let me address it because, you know, I was listening to somebody who said some dumb shit. So, you know, sometimes I like to hear the dumb shit so I could, whatever, right? This nigga was saying that women do not have intuition. Their intuition is no good. I'm like, what? And then he's going to say something very logical that would make you think he knows what he's saying. And then he says, because if your intuition was good, then you wouldn't be with the wrong men. Man, you guys have a wrong understanding of what intuition's fucking is. And I did talk about that. Yo, your intuition is not a safety net, bro. Follow your intuition would lead you to make the mistakes that you need to make in order for you to go to where you need to go. It's not always a life-saving fucking decision. You're looking at intuition from a small perspective. You know what? You're not even looking at fucking intuition. I don't know what the fuck you're looking at. Because intuition is divine guidance. And if you know anything about life, having your angels with you or being a faithful, Job, look at all the people who went, nigga, not just myself. Look at Job, Moses, all the motherfuckers who's doing God works. They're not privy or somehow exempt from fucking making mistakes or having a soft life. In fact, when Jesus tell you to carry your own fucking cross, nigga, if you understand Jesus' life, man, it's the total opposite. What the fuck do you think this was? What the fuck do you think this was? C'est la papillai. That's exactly what I'm saying, man. Yo, man, like, hey, I mean, I don't know what the fuck do you think this is. Like, what the fuck heaven is, man? Like, everybody get in for free? Huh? You think everybody's gonna get in for free? Hello, the cacao. What the fuck do you think this is? Everything we go through in life, it has to be earned, bro. That goes for everybody. This is why we all have to make a certain amount of mistakes. The niggas who prevail are the niggas who capitalize on their mistakes. That's why Christopher Nolan has, in Batman, he has one of the coldest lines, and I love this shit. And I'm mentioning that because obviously I love it, and I always love to quote it too. When he was asking Bruce, why do we fall? You fall so you know how to get up. Why do you think you're making mistakes down here? So you learn. Nobody got better by not making mistakes. Let me know who the fuck that is. Let me know somebody that you know or heard of that became whoever the fuck they became, but who never failed. Let me know. Please do. then you'll see even guys like Muhammad Ali, like the lost and their win, like it contributed to all of that. And this is what Floyd will never understand neither too. Like, he's talking about his win, yeah. But if that's the case, people hate because you're a winner? Nah, nigga. Nah, nigga. Like, okay, so they love Muhammad Ali because he was a loser? So if they hate you because you're a winner, so are we saying they love Muhammad Ali because he was a loser? Come on, man. Like, King, nah, that ain't it. That's not it, man. He was the people's champ. He was the fighter in and outside of the ring. That's what Mike Tyson came to understand. And this is how, when he told you he loved Muhammad Ali was his fucking idol, I knew what the fuck he's talking about. And I seen him walking that same path, but he's walking it in his own fucking way. That's why our identities intertwine. Through my brightness, I hope you can see your path. This is not for you to follow me. I'm being myself so you can follow you. Do you fucking get it? Every artist, everybody you inspire with, that's why you're a superhero. Go for with these niggas. Kobe Bryant refused to call Michael Jordan Black Jesus. But yet, was he not learning from fucking Michael? Do you get it? Like, I know for me, that's how I fuck with the fucking spirit. My spirit guides. And, you know, others that if you know, you know. They thought I was a nobody. And now you being bodied because you thought I was nobody. Isn't that ironic? That's crazy. But you think you had this all figured out. This is what Jesus was telling you: the last shall be first, and the first will be last. All these years you thought you was gonna get away with killing, doing all that shit. Cause what? You the smartest one, everybody else got caught, not you? Okay. Listen, man. I'm a fucking undercover for where I came from. You know what I'm saying? Listen. I stay militant. You know? So when you understand, like, even for myself, man, I didn't understand, like, when I saw a movie like Gladiator, oh, there's so much of myself, of my own story that was being played in front of me that I admired. When I tell you I love my divinity, man, I don't think you understand. I was always revealing who I was to myself, man. This is not a coincidence. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and this is why I'm letting you guys know. It took a minute. You know, I was playing hard to get. But when that nigga finally took me over, bro. Hey, let me tell you this, nigga. Hey, look at me. You can fuck me anytime, nigga. Listen, you're the only dick I will forever suck for the rest of my life. Hey, I'm in love with you, baby. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I try to tell these niggas, man, us, the Gemini men, you know, they don't get it. The union of your higher self with the lower self has to be done. That connection. This is why learning, studying you, nigga, there's nothing higher, greater than that. Your passion allows you to study and figure out who the fuck you are. You know, your riches, everything else is secondary, man. Always has and always will be secondary. But when you're not in alignment, or when you're worshiping idols, you know, Then you say you gotta have money to be respected. Oh my God. That in itself, it's man. It's like you definitely need Jesus. Like you need a little bit of, a little bit of, add a little bit of, je ne sais quoi. Add a little bit of, a little spice in you, man. You need something, like it's bland. There's no flavor. You need some salt. You need some shit, my nigga. You're not in accordance with life. Yeah. That's beyond me. I guess Beyonce too. I guess this shit is Beyonce, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what to say about this shit. But anyway, man, almost an hour, man. And I was intended, listen, man, I've been driven, to drop, I've been getting a whole lot of, guys, the download's been crazy, man. There's a bunch of shit, like, listen, like, I'm processing myself. I mean, I definitely it's like, I get tempted at times too, but shit, nigga. We play dumb, but we never been a fool, man. I always tell them that. You know what I'm saying? This is the part that they never knew about us. You know what I'm saying? They thought they were lying to me. Alright? You know what I'm saying? However you want to look at it. There's nothing you could do better than me. You cannot tell the truth better than me. No, you cannot, nor can you be a better liar than me. And this is what you get from someone who's fully developed. My femininity and my masculinity are, oh my God. You have no idea. I'm in love. I'm in love. I'm in motherfucking love. But at the same time, you get to see what power looks like. You know how people tell you love is power? That's what you guys are experiencing and allowing me to share to the whole world. Your divine powers, man, will always keep you out of trouble. Because I was never moved by lust. You know what I'm saying? Like you niggas, like you're living a life of dick and pussy. You know what I'm saying? I'm living a life of every dick and pussy that comes from the mouth of God. That's what I suck. I suck the dick and pussy that comes out of God, that is of divinity. I mean, I'm built a little bit different. I'm a quality nigga. You would have to show me more if you trying to get my attention with what you got, nigga. You're just gonna have to be a little bit harder. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. A tiny little bit. But anyway, man. Now, just so you guys know, I'm coming out with another channel. And what I'm doing here is, in so many words, like, that's what this is going to be about. It's going to be those well-founded reasons. I'm not going to have the name yet. I mean, I already got the name. I'm not going to, because, man, I have a lot of fans. I got some fans, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Who think they are better me than me. I mean, how much of a fan can you be? That's like me thinking that I'm more Michael Jackson than Michael Jackson. It's okay if you want to call it crazy. But
Because, but they can't see it that way, though. I guess they're a fan. You know what I'm saying? And that's why when the whole Kendrick shit, that's why I fuck with that shit. These niggas are not like us, man. Like, I never, ever, not even once in my life, envied or jealous or was jealous of somebody, bro. Not as a child, not for play, not for real, not for lying, not in a dream. That shit don't exist. I was always moved by beauty. When somebody's doing the thing, I'm like, yo, who the fuck is this nigga? I like to be like you, sir. Sir, what is it that you do and how do you do that? Because I saw you did that. Do it again. Did you do that? And then, kid, you're asking too much questions. That's what they used to tell me. Hey, kid, you're going to be somebody one day. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, this is how much I always wanted to sit among the elders. I always had questions for them, man. They used to tell me, hey, this kid, man, like, hey, listen, man, let him speak. Go ahead. Finish up your question. Thank you, sir. So you said this is that, like, niggas, and they never deny my shit neither. And this is to my ancestors too, to the great ones, the elders. You're like, but you know what? I mean, you'll get to see it. Hey, man, I met a few wise ones. You know what I'm saying? Who contributed to what you're looking at. That's why I always got to big up Dr. Lila Africa, man. Now, this nigga, listen, we're talking from the spirit world. It wasn't, and I was, I don't know, attracted to him. His work, I got a lot of his books. Like, for me, like, that's why, like, I never talk about what to eat right and good. You know, I just go with what I think is good for my body. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tell niggas I drink and I smoke. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what your definition of that is. You know what I'm saying? And then, yeah. You feel me? I'm wilding. But I'm saying all of that to say, oh, wait a minute. Okay. Oh, shit. Damn, hour, man. Anyway, man. But listen. You know, but I want to have a lot of those personal moments with you guys too, man. You know, so I don't know, man. You know, giving you that, you know, it's all part of listen. It's all part of the supper that we're sharing tonight. It's all part of us breaking this bread. Listen, when I tell you it is the top of the top here, man. Listen, man. It's got. I mean, I wouldn't want anything less. I mean, I don't know. I'm sorry. I mean, what would you like me to do? You know what I'm saying? And this is not saying, and for us to say that too, what I'm saying, like I always tell people, man, luxury has nothing to do with money. It has everything to do with beauty. Understand that. Understand that. Rich people are buying paintings, bro. This is some shit you need to adopt. Now, obviously, listen, nigga. Yeah, you talking to me. Right here. Nigga, go to Marshalls. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying? This is just to give you an idea. But at the same time, as you grow your little money, like, I have different arts that I, you know what I'm saying, purchase from different people too. You know what I'm saying? You mix the shit up. But you have to ensure that you make this part of you. Listen, to be beautiful, you gotta be, listen, like I was telling you about those bitches I knew in high school, they knew they were fine. Their lip gloss was always in their fucking purse, nigga. Oh, this bitch was on her beauty shit 24 hours. It's like, I know I'm pretty, I know. Thank you, they say thank you. When you know, I mean, they already know, but they like you though. And they don't like you, hey, they know, and they really know. Trust and believe that they know, nigga. Like, you think they stepping out with no purpose? You got this bitch, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And this is what Oshun is telling you niggas, man. That's why it takes beauty for you to see beauty. You have to cultivate the divine for you to live divinely. That's why this is all about work. This is not some political bullshit. This is not something you say and then, no. It has to be cultivated. It has to be lived and experienced. Follow your passion. Choose yourself. You don't need to know where life is too big. And if there's anything, and I will say this, and this is one of the big things or the major thing I love about America. You know what America, like another thing about, oh man, listen, man. And I love this about America. You know what that is? Anything is possible, bro. You have different type of millionaires here. They came up on so many different things. Anything's possible, man. Yo, Jerry Springer had a show, even have a show like that, bro. And that's why these niggas were always bad boys too. Because they weren't doing what everybody else was doing. When you have other shows, you know, when you look at, if you're looking at back in those days, that's why these niggas used to have niggas in their show too. Like, you gotta understand, there's a lot of badass white people, man. Listen, get out of your fucking, listen, man, there's a bunch of badass white motherfuckers, man. Like, I can't recall this bitch name. Like, she hired a lot of black niggas. I think Dave Chappelle was talking about her. I mean, I can't recall her name. Baby girl, listen, we don't mean no disrespect to nobody. What we do is what we do. We suck our own dick. It is what it is. But we admire life when we know it. So I'm only saying this because, yeah, when you, it's worthy. Listen, man, the heavens, everybody loves it. Come on, I wouldn't be who the fuck I am, man. What the fuck are we talking about? Don't play with me. I think she's somehow trying to tell me how dare how I know, because I did see her name. I think she's trying to tell me how dare was I not remember her name. I got it, bitch. All right. Relax. I'm gonna look it up, and then I will come back on the next video and mention your name. All right? Fuck out of here. This bitch. She thinks she's gonna rule me. But I will do that, though. But anyway, so what I'm saying is, man, like, listen, man, there's some people, man, who believe in certain shit. You know, and you can't look at this game from just a verbiage perspective. When you have guys like Jerry Springer who went, like, or even Martin, a lot of people, like, and I think there's a guy like Brother Panic who used to talk about that shit. Yo, Martin revolutionized the whole game. Martin was the nigga who was the nigga, and the nigga who still be that nigga. That's why through his sitcoms, then you have guys like fucking, that Philly nigga, man. What the, Bill Cosby. You know what I'm saying? You know, who was all about the traditional or the proper speaking. And then you have another nigga who's like, hey, man, like, no disrespect. I you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying fuck white people. I'm just saying I'm going to be a nigga. And those were the statements that niggas like Eddie Murphy was doing. Eddie Murphy didn't have anything against white people, nigga, but I'm a nigga, I'm going to be a nigga, nigga. And if that's me being a nigga somehow offended you as a white person, hey. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey. Eddie, I got you. We're not going to fuck this shit up. But we're going to live the hey out. But hey, nigga. You do what you decide. You know what I'm saying? But what is done is done. You know what I'm saying? You could lay next to it. You could reject it. You could do whatever the fuck you want to do. But one thing's for sure, it is done, nigga. And your validation was never needed. And this is for the real niggas in attendance like Cat Williams that I speak for. I don't need no validation for it. Like, fuck you, nigga. You fuck with me. In fact, we will be like, that's why I tell people, man, like for me, like, anyway, I don't think I need to go there, but let me just say it. No, I'm not gonna go there. Yo, but I will tell you this much. I was in fucking Houston, Texas, and I remember that. Oh, that's a few years ago, man. Probably 10, 15 years ago, right? And then I went to this underground shit. And shit, little did I know as a Haitian nigga, it was a bunch of fucking what you would call hillbillies, or you know what I'm saying, them niggas. Man, when I tell you I had a good ass nigga time with these niggas, nigga, let me tell you, I had a nigga time with these niggas. At first, I was a little bit offended because I like, you know, and this nigga was not afraid to do some nigga joke with me. The same shit that fucking Eddie Griffin was telling you. I have experienced that shit. I'm like, nigga, what? But then, nah, man, the nigga will always tell you that because he was being himself. Then as we started, and then he's buying me drink, and when we talk, I'm like, no, wait a minute. Because at first, when he noticed I was a little bit tense too, you know what I'm saying? And then he knew I was Haitian too, because it's nigga, man, because you know I stay on them like this, right? But nigga, nigga, I'm gonna leave you with that. You know what I'm saying? And that's all you gotta be. Be yourself. Be yourself. Be your motherfucking self. And only then can, like, for me, my Spanish friends, let me tell you, I have international friends. But I'm their friends and they're my friends because I accept who they are. I understand the differences. How you doing? I understand the differences, and then we understand the differences. In fact, now we're sharing our differences, which is different from you lying motherfuckers. Bitch asses. I have Mexican friends, nigga. Like, we exchange shit. This nigga talking about what he talk about, I talk about what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? You know, shout out to my Mexicans too, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's that way, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We talk all that como ta, papi. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I got to give him the flavor. And, you know, we're exchanging our differences. And some of those people, man, listen, man, when I tell you, man, listen, when you know, you know. And knowing what they are all about. And then, listen, the Mexican nigga that I'm telling you about, his dad lives in the hood. Let me paint the picture for you. Lives in the hood, speak no fucking English. He was taking care of anybody and everybody. Negros, black niggas, Spanish niggas. This nigga used to work. I mean, I'm not going to go too much into details because when we were exchanging wits, I'm like, damn. Anyway, this nigga was working me out. I'm like, nigga, shit. But anyway, anybody, there was like, and that kind of remind me of me in so many words, and I'll let you know why, right? Story time. This is all random shit, right? And I'm gonna close out on that one too, because I gotta leave you on some Haitian shit, leaving you with a fucking story, and then nigga, we good. We even now, nigga. I started the conversation, and we're gonna close that shit with a fucking joke, and then nigga, you good. You go your way, I go my way. You already know it's love, hey. But be sure before you cross the street, always remember to look up and down. You know what I'm saying? You do what you need to do. And me being raised in Haiti, man. Yo, that was the vibe, the culture at the time. You know what I'm saying? And for me as a kid, I saw the flavor. So you know, like, I don't know. It was so much in me. You know? Like what they used to say, how they used to say it. You know, like the little jokes that they would have. Like everything. Like, nigga, I embody all that shit. And I'm dangerous, motherfucker. That's why when I see guys like, again, Michael Jackson, It's a nigga, another brother or nigga, you know, who embodied that whole Chicago, whatever the fuck this nigga came from. Yo, might give you that nigga vibe, bro. Unapologetically. And it was also the real nigga vibe too. Like, not in the sense of just for black, but a nigga. If you know what I'm saying. But I gotta label it that way for educational purposes. So you never get this fucked up too, nigga. You got me fucked up, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And being Haitian, how do you question my niggerhood, nigga? Like my niggerism. Being Haitian alone, nigga. I mean, this is a whole lot of nigga. But anyway, what do I know? I know. But going back to the whole conversation, right? What the fuck was I talking about? What was the story? What the fuck was that? Okay, the story. Right. So yeah, man. So this nigga was feeding the whole fucking neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? It didn't matter who the fuck you were. Do you see what I'm saying? Like when you came from certain backgrounds, man, when love was love, the community has a sense of community. You know, like for me, I don't tell people to go back to the past, you know, but that's why and like I always tell to you guys, and let me say this, and I'm shut it down from here, man. Every generation has its own challenge. And this is another video too, I will expand on that a lot more as I go further. I mean, in fact, stay on the lookout. I'm going to be talking about that. I'm going to be talking about, telling you that, man, listen, what I just said. But just so you guys know, man, there's so many messages that's going in and out. It's like, whoa. That's how I be forgetting my shit. Trust me, it ain't a matter of not having a grip of what I'm saying and what it means and what I mean by saying it. But anyway, I mean, none of your business. I tell you what. Listen, it's all good, baby. Listen, hey, you grade me based on who you are. That's all, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not tricking you to grade me higher neither. Again, it's a fact, man. To the pure is pure. You want me to lie to you? Come on, man. You hear me? No, there's no way. Excuse me. No, I do not accept. You want me to do what? Go to somebody else's life? Make them miserable? For what? I don't care. No, I'm not doing that. That would have been me. There's no money you could pay me for that, ma'am or sir. You're not of that. I know you want to look like it, but you're not of that. This is what it would go like for you. When you have money, people look at you. Driving a nice car, having money in a bank, that's how people respect you. That's your story. Mine is different. My story is the things that I do when nobody's looking. Your story is what you do when everybody's looking. Okay. Do you see what I'm saying? Two different paths, bro. Two different paths. It's like, that's why I can't, yeah. But anyway, going back to that story, man. That sense of community. And sometimes that I feel like people, even sometimes that's why I understand, and some people don't understand what they're saying too, but I get the gist of what they're saying. Like, I'll give you a perfect example, right? I shouldn't say when. There was a Candace Owen shit that I saw, right? And she was trying to tell women in the 1950s, women were better off. I knew what she was saying, but yet she didn't know how to communicate that effectively, because she has a career. And she's also a mother. How do you tell other mothers to do that? So she wasn't making her point correctly. That's why she had to debate. Not that she was wrong in what she said, but she didn't have enough information in herself for her to explain what that was. Because I'm pretty sure if she did, she would have explained that. This is where too I could definitely see, their shortcomings. And this is why I speak for the divine too. I could see their shortcomings. But because they were not divinely speaking, there's certain things that they cannot express. And I definitely see it. Do you see what I'm saying? Not that she was wrong for saying what she was saying. Like I said, she didn't have a better way of explaining that. And just so you guys know too, she's not against. If anything, she would be, and for me to be honest too, and a couple of things that anyway, I wouldn't say that I disagree, but I kind of see differently based on what she was saying. But then again, that's how I know she didn't know what she was saying too. She was trying to say we live in a fucking matriarchal system. No, that's not true. Now, if you're saying women may sound, have so much right, I think that's what she was trying to say in terms of, what I'm saying, like, if I call the cops right now and I say I was raped, nigga, the first question would be so what's that nigga name? Nah, sir, I was raped by a woman. This nigga would be even laugh at me. You never hear niggas talking about being raped and then you go like, nigga, I like for that bitch to rape me too. So you totally disregard like, nigga. But anyway, I'm not gonna delve too much into that. That would be, story time. But anyway, shit, I'm wilding. But I'm saying that for a reason. Hold up, let me see. Oh yeah, we definitely gotta roll out. I mean, shit. Anyway, the story, man. But anyway, following your path, man. It's deep because it gets you to see, regardless of what different path that people went, whether it was golf, whether it is whatever the fuck it is, but by them following that passion, and then you realize they're somehow sculpting, like their selves are being sculpted in so many different ways. It's like what you do is actually doing you, is reflecting you. This is why when we talk about mastering your craft, your craftsmanship, it's really to master yourself. This is why you can't do nothing if you don't master yourself. I'm giving out too much game, but let me live it here, man. You already know Haitien. Blah. Hey, always remember, man, listen, for you to do, you have to be. Those are the spiritual laws. Respect the power. What you do for money, you do it badly. But last but not least, oh man, definitely what breaks your heart, adds to your vision. Oh, that's a must. That's why you got to keep your heart open. What's understood have to be yeah, all that. But last but not least, the remedy of the pain is in the pain. Haitien. Bro, Mali.